Okay, I think we can get started. Hello and welcome everyone to today's webinar. Thank you for joining. Our webinar is called Digital Transformation in Banking, Insights from Nationwide's Digital Evolution. My name is Guy Lashinsky. I'm the Director of Content at Inbenta, and I will be moderating today's presentation. Before we get started on the conversation today, I just want to run through a couple of quick logistics. Today's webinar is being recorded and we'll make a recording available after the broadcast. If you want to submit a question at any time during the conversation, please use the Q&A button in the top panel of your window there, and we'll be answering questions at the end of the talk in our Q&A portion. And if you have any technical difficulties at all during today's presentation, just try restarting the broadcast. That usually tends to work. Unplug, plug back in, and hopefully that'll solve it for you. Okay, so let's get started. Today we are joined by Ashtad Puradehi. He's VP of Client Success at Inbenta, and Aid Crossland, Digital Skills Leader at Nationwide Building Society. So welcome, Ashtad. Welcome, Aid. In today's conversation, we're going to discuss Inbenta's Learn solution, including our interactive demos and digital training platforms. And we're going to talk about the ways that they can transform the banking experience for financial institutions and for their customers as well. And then Aid is going to show us how Nationwide has put these interactive solutions to work, not only for enhanced self-service for customers, or its members, in fact, but also as a training tool for its associates. So, and as mentioned, we'll leave the floor open at the end for any questions from the audience. So before we get started, I'd like to introduce one more member of the conversation, Adam Highfill. He's our Global Head of Marketing at Inbenta. And Adam is going to give us an overview just to set the table of the Inbenta product suite, our unified platform, and then we're going to jump into a discussion of the Learn solution. So Adam, welcome and take it away.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Guy. Great job kicking us off. Super excited to hear and be a part of this conversation today with Ashtad and with Aid. But as Guy said, I'm just going to kind of give us a little bit of context to understand who we are as Inbenta, what we're doing, to help lay the groundwork for us to be able to fully understand and dive into this conversation and really extract as much value as possible from it. So at Inbenta, we are making enterprise grade AI technology plug and play for all companies. Okay, many companies in today's world were facing bloated costs and inefficiencies when it comes to resolving queries from customers and employees. And Inbenta's AI platform helps unify data and knowledge, and then accurately streamline and distribute that information to customers and employees in a very interactive and experiential and conversational way, right? And then our platform also helps our clients extract business insights so that they can translate all of these efficiencies into cutting costs, elevating satisfaction, and kind of unlocking key growth opportunities. Okay, so this really plays out in two main use cases, and I think we're gonna handle both of those use cases today. The first is in customer experience, where Inbenta's platform, it means us coming in and helping us to reduce customer support costs. It helps our customers have a higher first contact resolution rate, and also improves that customer satisfaction score, right? And the second piece is employee experience. Just as companies receive inquiries and questions from customers, they also deal with the same thing when it comes to internal operations and dealing with employees. So Inbenta helps to reduce the support costs when it comes to managing employees. Again, that first contact resolution rate, and increasing the satisfaction and the experience of employees internally, helping them get onboarded, find and extract the data that they need when they need to. And so today we're going to highlight one of the key ways that we help companies do this, empower their customers and their employees to self-serve. But first, I want to highlight just a little bit of our technology. As you see here on the bottom piece of this slide, which is our technological layer of our platform, we really leverage neurosymbolic AI and advanced natural language processing technology, along with our dynamic lexicon, which is pre-built for specific languages, and even languages and nomenclature that are used in specific industries, while also allowing for customization at the company level. And we also leverage Gen AI. And so all of this together makes up kind of our technology stack, our AI technology stack that ensures maximum accuracy, in fact, over 95% for conversational responses, okay? And so the way that we deploy that technology is through this suite of products that you see in the product layer at the top of this graphic. And I'm just going to hit on a few highlights of those. So the knowledge piece is really the core of it. So it's an AI-enabled knowledge base that helps to save you time, helps you serve your customers and employees with the information they need. Next is our chat experience, which goes beyond just your traditional chatbot or your traditional voice bot by offering a unified and intelligent platform that integrates, again, that NLP technology and our advanced technology to create a seamless human-like experience and that human-like interaction, right? Nobody wants to feel like they're interacting with a robot, and it's really important for the satisfaction of our customers and our employees. So that includes our chat experience includes voice interactions, text chat, video support for those face-to-face digital connections, co-browsing for real-time collaborative problem solving, and also multilingual, so live translation to kind of break down barriers and provide a personalized, localized experience for our customers. Assist, which is our live agent tool, which plays a huge role kind of in the holistic chat experience, but is also an enterprise grade AI assisted ticketing and CS management tool. And then finally, what we're going to talk about today, what we're going to focus in mostly in on today is Learn, which is the tool that allows us to build product videos and click through tutorials that guide your customers and your employees to answer questions autonomously and to self-serve, again, in that really interactive, natural, intuitive way. So with that out of the way, that big picture context, I'm going to pass it over to Ashtad and look forward to hearing this conversation with you and Aid.
Thanks, Adam, and hello, everyone. So today we'll take an in-depth look at the Learn solution, which serves as the engine behind Nationwide's very successful Discover Digital program. Learn is a versatile online tool designed to provide customers and employees with a clear step-by-step walkthrough of digital products, services, or features by simulating its UI. It can simplify the explanation of complex digital processes. It can supplement or replace traditional written instructions and can be easily be distributed across different channels. This tool offers a comprehensive learning experience, making it valuable for customers, employees, and any third party that interacts with your digital services. Furthermore, it seamlessly integrates with other Inventa solutions, creating a cohesive and powerful customer and employee learning ecosystem. So the Learn platform or the Learn solution consists of 3 integrated platforms, each tailored to address specific business needs. The first one is the Self-Serve Hub or Customer Direct. This platform is a library built by Inventa, which is available to your customers 24/7, offering intuitive and engaging access to digital simulators. These simulators can then be distributed across a variety of customer-facing channels, including your company website, mobile app, customer chats, online FAQs, SEO campaigns, and any other digital marketing initiative. The goal is to ensure universal accessibility, empowering customers to self-learn at their convenience and give them the confidence to transact digitally. Our studies show that 25% of customers who view our digital walkthroughs end up adopting that digital feature. The second component is the Assisted Serve Hub. It's an employee authenticated hub designed to support frontline employees. It provides immediate access to digital guides, allowing employees to educate and engage customers more efficiently. It allows to demo digital products to customers through their computer screens, tablets, or even email them for later review. The impact is very powerful. Our studies show that 80% of customers who view our Learn solution avoid calling the contact center or visiting a branch. And for the customers that do call or visit, it can reduce the servicing time by up to 45 seconds or more. Not to mention the better experience for both employees as well as customers. Employees no longer need to scramble for information while interacting with customers. And the third component is the Frontline Direct or the employee training platform. This acts as a digital academy to foster literacy and advocacy amongst employees. It's great for onboarding new employees and training existing employees in new digital capabilities. It's especially useful in high turnover environments like branches or contact centers, where quick proficiency is critical. The results are great. It ensures employees are well prepared to support customers during major feature rollouts or platform upgrades. Our studies show that you can train your entire workforce on new digital capabilities within 6 to 8 weeks. Additionally, it includes robust reporting capabilities to track learning progress, quiz results, as well as overall employee readiness, ensuring digitally informed and prepared workforce. While these three platforms or these three hubs can operate independently, they deliver exceptional results when working together, as we'll see when we deep dive into Nationwide success. So today we'll be focusing on the banking industry, but the Learn solution is versatile and can deliver similar outcomes across any industry. Inbenta has partnered closely with financial institutions since 2015 to drive the adoption of digital services and help them achieve their digital transformation goals. Acting as an extension of the digital and learning teams, we have supported major initiatives, including launching new products, upgrading systems, rebranding efforts, supporting mergers and acquisitions. As you can see through the logos over here, we have worked with financial institutions of all sizes and in different geographies. In Canada, we partner with large organizations like RBC, BMO, and Scotiabank. In the US, we partner with medium-sized regional banks such as M&T and First Horizon, to name a few, all the way through to smaller credit unions. And in the UK, we partner with Nationwide, Virgin Money, and Coventry Building Society. Our deep expertise in the banking sector allows us to share best practices and deliver exceptional results. So one of the things I love about my role in client success at Inbenta is working with incredible business partners to achieve outstanding results using our products and services. Aid, who's joining us today, the digital skills leader at Nationwide, exemplifies the spirit of partnership. Aid, thank you for joining us. Could you share a bit more about Nationwide and your role there?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Ashtad, for that lovely warm welcome. Hello, everybody. My background is in project management and business change, but I've always had a great passion for developing others and building skills and knowledge through learning and development. And this dovetailed really nicely when I joined Nationwide about 5 years ago now. At that time, I was able to lend my skills through a number of change programs aimed at delivering improved customer service. And then during the last couple of years, I've been responsible for upskilling colleagues and customers in all things digital through our customer digital engagement platform. Now, in terms of Nationwide, we're the largest retail bank in the UK with 605 branches right across the country. And we're also the world's largest building society, serving over 16 million members. Now, Nationwide operates as a mutual financial institution, meaning we're owned by and run for the benefit of our customers rather than shareholders. And this operating model provides us with opportunities to challenge the status quo in terms of providing banking services. So allowing us, for example, to be more rewarding, offer better value, and build those lifelong, more personal relationships with our customers. And that's really a great segue into talking about our digital services. At Nationwide, we've got a passion to deliver simply brilliant service for our customers. And one of the ways of doing that is to help and support more customers to do their everyday banking with us digitally. But at Nationwide, digital channels are not instead of our customers' preferred way to bank, they're about as well as. So our digital channels support all of our products and services, and the digital option brings choice, opportunity, convenience, and added value whichever way our customers like to bank with us. And we've built that model alongside our partnership with Inventor, using their simulators to support our customers to learn about all of the digital options that are available to them.
Awesome. So Ed, let's talk a bit more about the digital transformation. So what was the initial challenge that led you to bring Inventor on board?
Yes, Ashtad. So we need to go back about 7 years to 2017. And at that time, our digital channels were just beginning to emerge. And back then, we didn't have a platform to promote digital awareness, like using our cash machines or the mobile app, for example. We had no way of starting a conversation with the new about the new digital services, or to encourage customers to talk about mobile banking. So back then in 2017, our goal was to create a tool that would enable us to build customer awareness of our digital channels. But we also wanted a solution that increased the digital knowledge and skills of our people, enabling them to have confident, informed and valuable conversations with our customers about all things digital. So we took the Inventor simulator solution and created Discover Digital. So for colleagues, it's all about helping them to have memorable digital conversations with our customers. And for customers, it's about providing confidence to explore and use our digital channels, and really to provide opportunities to do their banking with us in a way that's timely and convenient to them. But this project wasn't a one-off 7 years ago. It's become now a long-term strategic plan that really enables us to grow our digital capability. It's a multi-layered solution right across the business. So it's become the business driver that enables digital conversations, and that results in digital adoption and the growth of our digital channels. And it's the key tool for our frontline colleagues to be able to demonstrate and advocate our digital service options, that then provides that choice and opportunity for our customers. And it's also a great way to simplify our processes and really make Nationwide accessible and easy to do business with. And the benefits have been an absolute game changer. When you can show somebody how to perform an action online, that really helps to remove all the barriers of fear. It also reduces the anxiety of complication and complicated processes and the apprehension of safety and security concerns. But above all, I suppose it's about providing choice and opportunity and creating that value in terms of our customer relationships.
Yes, I look at the image over here and it reminds me that initially when I took up the partnership, it used to be Discover Mobile, where the focus was on driving usage of your mobile platform or your banking app. But now it's evolved into everything or anything that Nationwide does digitally. So it's been a great evolution. So do you want to walk us through the different platforms?
Yes. Okay, absolutely. Cool. Let's start with the public site, shall we? We use Discover Digital in 3 unique ways, and it's made up of 3 easy to use websites. The first one is a public facing site that's accessible to everybody and incorporates over 65 of our digital demos, videos and learning modules. And all of these are accessible in a number of different ways. So here we're showing you the home screen. And customers have a simple search function right at the top of the screen to give them quick access to any demo that they might need further information about. And underneath that, you've got a spotlight section, and we use that to call out anything of particular interest or value to a customer. And here you can see that we're talking about how to get started with digital. Underneath that, there's a quick start feature which groups together our most popular demos, and then a recently added section so customers can quickly find information about new digital features in our mobile app or the internet bank. So they've always got the most latest information right at their fingertips. The demos are also grouped by similar topics, and a key benefit of doing this is that we're able to share all of the content in a topic by sending just one email. And our customers find that really helpful because they see that it answers a lot of their sort of like combined questions all in one place. And then at the bottom of the home screen, we've got an interactive library. So the library is made up of different channels and categories. And again, this just makes it easier really for people to find what they need quickly. For example, our demos are grouped by what a customer can do on the mobile app or on the internet bank, or what they can do by using our cash machines or via our website. And you'll see there that we've recently included a channel called Digital Skills. And this is a new addition that provides learning to our customers, not just about the process of how to transact online, but as a way of encouraging the development of their digital life skills. As a mutual organisation owned and run by our members, we really want to do our bit to have a positive impact in broader society. And Digital Skills is a great way of demonstrating that, helping our customers learn how new technology works and give them an opportunity to take their first steps into adopting a much more digital lifestyle. So shall we have a closer look at a demo, Ashtad?
Let's do that.
Cool. So one of our most popular demos is how to manage your cards online through the mobile app. So a customer can click through the demo at their own pace, or they can use what we call the autoplay feature, which plays the demo just like a video, but still with the ability to pause and go back and review if the customer wants to recap on particular steps. Now, all of our demos vary in length depending on the customer journey. So simple journeys may only need 5 or 6 slides, while more complex journeys obviously will need more. Best practice is to try and limit the size to around 15 slides, but rules are there to be broken, and we do have some demos that combine features simply because they all relate to the same functionality. And our Manage Cards demo is a classic example of that, where you can freeze a card if you just happen to misplace it, or you can report it as lost or stolen, or learn how to add a card to your digital wallet so that you can pay for goods and services using your phone. So we'll walk through a couple of the steps. All the demos are supported by what we call a tooltips feature, and that's the black box that you can see there on the screen. And that feature guides customers through the digital journey and provides supportive contextual information that informs them of the why and how behind the digital process. So it's not just about where to click on the screen, but also why that particular point is relevant and important for the overall journey, which really helps the customer to feel supported and more engaged with the digital journey itself. Where we need to explain information perhaps in more detail, we can add pop-up messages at any stage in the customer journey. And these are really helpful to be able to provide, again, more contextual, rich information, or how and where to find additional resources if further support is required. And then at the end of each demo, we have an opportunity for customers to feedback on their experience. So we recently added this feature so that we can gather free customer insight and hear what our customers are saying about the demos, which provides us with an opportunity to apply continuous improvement. And we've got that share your feedback feature there in that green icon at the bottom of the screen.
And also to add it, if somebody wants to download the app after they have viewed the demo, you have the option to download it through the App Store or the Google Play. That's a cool feature as well.
Yeah, absolutely. That's permanently there. So an example of the feedback that we've recently captured, we've slowed down the speed of the autoplay function to give customers more time to absorb the learning. And we've done that as a result of acting on the feedback that we've received from them. And we also use this feedback to provide free insight about customer sentiment that lies behind our strategy for digital skills and education. And although this is still a new feature, we're getting some great results. So 68% of customers find our demos helpful or very helpful at explaining the online process. And 85% of them say that they'll go on to transact online as a result of using the demo. So some really positive scores there in terms of engagement and customers interacting through our digital channels.
Awesome.
So Ashtad, shall we take a look at the assisted serve platform
Let's
now?
do that.
Or what we call the frontline colleague site. So this second website is colleague facing. It's a copy of the public site, but it comes with a number of additional features that really allows our frontline colleagues to have great digital conversations with our customers. Our colleagues are able to bookmark favorite demos, as you can see there as favorites, or the ones perhaps that they use most often. So they're quickly accessible to have those conversations with customers, either at the counter, in the banking hall, in a private space, or perhaps in a relaxed atmosphere over a coffee, for example. And let's drill down and look at a demo. Shall we look at the gambling controls demo? Yeah, that's a good one. So colleagues can walk through demos side by side with our customers, either in branch or one-to-one on the telephone. And that really helps to build trust and confidence, so the customer can see the journey as it progresses, and they can pause, they can ask questions and get a feel of the process in a really safe environment before having a go online themselves. And this site also has a great coaching tips feature. So our gambling controls demo uses this particular feature quite extensively. And what it does, it allows colleagues to see additional supportive information that they can use to inform the conversation that they're having. And this is really useful if the subject matter is regulatory, for example, and there's specific wording that must be used, or perhaps where the subject matter is more emotive and the colleague needs to have really strong, empathetic and supportive approach to that conversation that they're having with the customer. Now, also on this particular website, frontline colleagues can share demos directly with our customers via email. You just click on the envelope icon, stick in the customer's name and their email address, and click, and that sends the demo directly to the customer's inbox. So when we share a demo by email, the Inventor template can be configured to any particular brand. So it looks exactly like it's come from Nationwide in this particular example, using our brand and our logo and our colors, etc. The body text can also be tailored to suit your particular tone of voice, or written in such a way to call out something specific that you might want to say. In our example at Nationwide, we used the copy to inform the customer that they have access to all of our demo content, not just the specific example that we're sharing. So one action, but twice the value, which is a really great benefit to have. Are there any other benefits here, Ashtad, that you'd like to share?
Yeah, so again, this is a great example of two of our platforms working well together. So the assisted serve email referral guides customer to our customer site. And what we typically see is once a customer is over there, they tend to not view just that demo, but additional 2 or 3 more demo. So it's a great way to send your customers to the customer site and help them self-learn.
Absolutely. So moving on then, the third site is our colleague training site. And this is where colleagues are able to learn all about the features and benefits of transacting online and get to know each digital journey for themselves. Now, a great feature of this site is the ability for colleagues to subscribe to the website. And by doing that, they get notified by email every time we upload new learning content or make a change to an existing process. And in that way, we're ensuring that they are always fully up to speed with any technical or process related change and can have those fully informed conversations with our customers about the latest developments. So as you can see, the training site is made up of different learning modules with courses related to all types of banking topics, credit card, savings, and again, they're split between what you can do on the mobile app and what's available through the internet bank. The site allows our colleagues to build up their knowledge at a pace that's suitable for them, and all of the learning content is incentivized by the opportunity to earn awards and badges. There are team league tables that generate some healthy competition between colleagues, and the website is supported by a discussion forum and a news feed. So at this point, probably a good opportunity to give you some stats about the particular usage. Discover Digital for us is an absolutely hugely trusted site amongst both our colleagues and our customers. Our most popular demos are all associated with becoming digitally active, like how to register for digital banking, how to download the mobile app, or how to view statements and transactions. And our colleagues share demos via email around 11,000 times per week. And we get in the region of 12,000 public views per week via links and referrals from our website and our chatbot. And our frontline colleagues really engage with customers and use the tool to explain our digital processes. On average, they have around 6,000 side-by-side conversations per week, either in the branch or again on the telephone through our contact centres. And the training site itself is also really well used. I believe it's in the region of about 1,000 training courses are completed each week as we either update demos and existing colleagues learn about new features, or we onboard new starters into our branches or contact centres. And we can point to some really good colleague satisfaction scores as well. When we last did a survey, around 80% of colleagues said they felt really comfortable using the tool and really appreciated its use. And there's also a really strong colleague net promoter score of 88%, in that they recommend it to their other colleagues to use. Ashtad, did you want to expand a little bit about the data and MI that's available at this point?
Yes, so we do have robust reporting. So we do share a weekly or a monthly report with our clients, where we share how many demos were done, what were the channels through which they were the customers got to our demo site, as well as all the employee matrix, like which employee shared which demos, and that customers open the emails and do the demos. So a lot of reporting going in there. And then we work with our customers to make sure to keep up the good work, as we can see in Nationwide's case, or if there are other things they need to do in order to increase the usage. So again, this is where the partnership comes in place, where we work closely with our clients to ensure they're getting the most value out of our solutions. So great. Do you want to walk us through a course as well?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Let's look at one of the specific colleague training examples. So I think we've got one on digital and mobile troubleshooting. So in addition to the digital process demos, we've created a section of learning modules that are dedicated to supporting our colleagues grow their digital skills and confidence, or as we like to call it, building digital capability. And this really enables them to have better, more valuable digital conversations with our customers. And this year we created a whole new module specifically about having those skillful digital conversations. And we cover learning about how to build personal digital confidence and how to become a digital advocate. And in the digital and mobile troubleshooting module, we created specific learning about practical ways that we can offer our help and guidance to solve our customers' common digital problems. So by listening to what our colleagues were saying about their customer conversations, we developed this troubleshooting guide of how to fix frozen apps, for example, or how to fix non-responsive screens, helpful information about backing up data files, maybe creating more storage space, and using search engines to find information. The module includes video guides and knowledge checks throughout, so it keeps the content variable and accessible for all types of learning. And this type of learning is brilliant for upskilling and onboarding new frontline colleagues. They really get a sense that we're investing in their digital skills. so that they're fully equipped and confident to talk about and solve the most common digital questions that a customer might ask. And I think you wanted to talk about this particular style of module, didn't you, Ashtad?
Yes, so I'm trying my best to get all the answers right, which I'm doing so far.
You're doing the quiz.
But yeah, so this is a different type of learning. So when we talk about digital demos or we talk about our learn platform, so we have simulators, which is a step of how to do a transaction. But then we also have something called as MCMs or micro content modules, this is an example of where we talk about the why and the what. Why should you do a digital transaction? What is included in it? So, and Nationwide has done a great job of using that type of learning in this digital skills course. So thanks, Aid.
Cool. Let's illustrate that by showing another example, shall we? The psychology behind scams modules, a good one. In conjunction with our fraud team, we created this module, and it's all about the ways that fraudsters and scammers use psychological tricks to exploit their victims. And the training explains the why and how behind the way that scammers operate and why anyone can potentially become a victim. And when our colleagues have a deeper understanding of just how easy it is to become manipulated by scammers, they can then help our customers look out for the warning signs and take steps to protect themselves, maybe by being more assertive, making more reasoned choices, and sense checking information with people or organizations that they trust. So it's all designed to build digital confidence and help our customers feel empowered with choice about using digital services. The learning module has been a great way to build our colleagues' digital confidence and knowledge and support them in having those confident and knowledgeable conversations with our customers about a really important and sometimes challenging and emotive topic. By developing Inventor's Learn platform, we've taken the idea of process simulations and given it a twist, if you like, to extend the scope of learning into the wider context of digital learning and skills development. And this is a really innovative and pioneering way of getting more value out of the tool, and shows the versatility that can be achieved with perhaps a little creative thinking, but lots and lots of great collaboration.
Awesome. So Aid, this was great. Thank you for walking us through the 3 platforms. Do you want to talk about any particular success story that has had a positive impact on your customers and employees?
Yes, absolutely. I've got a lovely example that I can share with you all. So in the UK, we have a financial product called an individual savings account, or ISA. And these accounts allow you to save up to £20,000 each year and receive tax-free interest. The product has a particular quirk in that if a customer doesn't credit their ISA during the year, the account must go through a renewal process before any more funds can be deposited. Towards the end of each tax year, this generated a high volume of contact demand across our telephony and branch channels, with customers asking questions about why funds couldn't be paid into accounts to allow them to take advantage of their full savings allowance before the end of the tax year. So we used Discover Digital to create a step-by-step demo, which we overlaid with advice on each of the particular steps, providing some rich contextual information about the process and how it would unlock the account to accept additional funds before the end of the tax year. So ahead of the new tax year, we first shared the demo with our frontline teams via internal comms, and that enabled colleagues to learn how customers could self-serve and renew their ISA account online. And then as the ISA renewal season approached, we launched the demo to customers via social media and embedded the demo into our website journey. Now, in the first week alone, the demo was viewed by over 12,000 customers, and our frontline colleagues shared the demo in excess of 19,000 times, which resulted in fewer contacts, a saving in operational costs, but most importantly, a much smoother, more informed and easier ISA season for both our customers and our colleagues. Now, the impact was so significant that in partnership with our friends at Inventor, we entered the ISA season case study as a really good example of customer engagement in this year's Pay360 Payment Industry Awards. Now, these awards celebrate innovation and collaboration by recognizing companies that have made significant advances in how we pay today. And we were delighted to jointly win the 2024 award for Best Customer Engagement Program in collaboration with our partners at Inventor, and just allowed us to celebrate our great working relationship.
Yeah, witnessing the value that our partnership brings to Nationwide is rewarding enough, but I do agree this was a good added bonus.
Absolutely.
So that's it for Aid and I. Guy, do you want to take over Q&A?
Sure. Thank you, Aid. Thank you, Ashtad. That was fascinating. As mentioned off the top, if you have a question, please do drop it in the Q&A panel. There's a button at the top, Q&A. Just type it in, and we'll address as we have time. We've got a few minutes here. And already we see a question in the panel from John Sorensen. He writes that he has 25 years experience in CX banking roles, but that many clients that he deals with are confused whether they should leverage the customer center as a service AI functionality within their own customer center platform, examples like Genesys or Five9, or whether it makes sense to outsource to a partner like Inventor. Now, I know, Ashtad, you are focused on the Learn tool specifically, and this may be more our assist knowledge functionality, but is it something that you can, at a high level perhaps, if not in more detail, address how we would contrast the difference between the two options, between the built-in CCaaS AI and what Inventor offers? And what's the main value driver to select a partner like Inventor for this kind of service?
Yeah, so I think the value of bringing not just like any partner on board is the expertise that they bring, right? Like it's not just you, they work with other clients or other organizations in your industry. So it's the expertise. But just to answer that, I think the Learn platform it works well or integrates really well with other internal platforms that you might have that interacts with your customer. As we said, like Learn platform integrates with chats, knowledge base, FAQs. So it's more the integration part that we can support. And it doesn't necessarily have to replace what you currently have, but can implement or supplement what you currently have.
Okay. We received some questions through other channels. So one of them is, and this is probably for Aid primarily, but Ashtad, feel free to jump in. How does Nationwide ensure that the digital demos and the learning modules, which you demonstrated today, stay up to date with the rapidly changing technology, banking services, even just design elements? How do you keep all of that content updated?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm happy to answer that one. Well, you can't really beat good planning and great communication. And building great rapport with internal product stakeholders is absolutely key. And what we do at Nationwide, we have regular monthly conversations with our internet bank and mobile app development teams. So we get advance notice of new development releases, and then we link those to our comms and engagement plan so that we go live with new versions of our demos in line with the particular product or feature launch. Now, like we said before, we often go live with the colleague training version of the demo in advance of the feature going live in the app. And that enables us to train and brief our customer-facing colleagues in advance of the launch, ensuring that they've got the right skills and knowledge to support the new development by having those informed customer conversations.
Yeah. And just to add, so we do have a very talented team of delivery managers that work with the clients. So whenever there is any updates that need to be made to existing knowledge or demos, we can do that easily. And there's a process in place which we train our clients on to make sure it's smooth and efficient.
Okay. Aid, can you talk a little about internal awareness and promotion, and what strategies Nationwide uses to encourage its colleagues to kind of consistently use and promote the Discover Digital platform?
Yeah, absolutely. 7 years down the road of implementing the product, now it's really a virtuous circle. But in the beginning, we had to create colleague buy-in to actually use the tool. And we did that by offering the demo tool as a practical solution to our frontline feedback. Colleagues were telling us that they didn't have anything that they could use to showcase our digital channels. So Discover Digital was the solution. And by making the tool really easy to use and focused on where they needed the most help, it quickly became a trusted and practical way to support and illustrate those customer conversations about our digital channels. So essentially, our strategy is to make our colleagues' roles simpler, straightforward, and easy, and that's exactly what the tool does.
Okay, Aid, we have a question for you from Kelly Bond. How do you flex, adapt, and respond to customer demand in real time with an ever-changing digital banking environment? I guess it's a related question, but really, how do you respond to customer demand quickly and efficiently?
Yeah, so we listen. We love to listen to what our customers are saying. And we do that by, like you saw in the demo, we have the ability to capture customer feedback, but it's also about listening to what our colleagues are saying. So what I do is I go into branches and I do some branch observation work, and you really get a sense of what goes on in the real world by doing that. And one of the things that we've learned about most recently is access to statements, for example. So that informed our development team to build that into our app so that our customers had easy access to be able to view and download statements or any of the documentation that we send to them. And that then also helps our frontline colleagues because instead of printing off statements directly for customers, they can refer them to the app and say, look, this is available 24/7 in the comfort of your own home if you want to. You don't have to make that journey into a branch because you have access there yourself. And we've created a demo together with the app dev team to be able to illustrate what the process is and then share that with our colleagues and our customers. So really it's about being practical and being in the moment and gathering that information right at the coalface, as it were, between the customer and the colleague environment.
Yeah. And I must add, Aid is very big on feedback. So on all our sites, we capture customer and employee feedback and make sure we incorporate it in our solution. And at the same time, Aid is great at giving feedback as well. So whenever we have any product like upgrades or any customer feedback we need, like Aid is one of the first persons I go to.
Well, I can tell he's certainly been charming on this in this conversation. We have another question, and it's sort of related to our question off the top about the primary driver of selecting a partner like Inbenta. Can the two of you, and maybe I'll start with Aid, can you talk about in a little more detail the kind of experience of collaborating, the process of between Nationwide and Inbenta, the process of collaborating to develop and improve all of these digital simulator tools?
Yes, absolutely. So this is a real working relationship that we're continually building with our Inbenta colleagues, and it's now far more than just a client-supplier contract that we've got. It's a real working partnership. I mentioned at the beginning how we like to challenge the status quo in terms of providing banking services, allowing us to be more rewarding and offer better value. Well, that's the basis for our working relationship with Inbenta too. And Ashtad won't mind me saying that I'm probably one of his more demanding and creative clients. I like to push the boundaries and find the next value adding or pioneering development so that together we can make a difference by adding value to Nationwide's customers and offering new features and solutions to the simulators that might benefit Inbenta's other clients. So it becomes a real win-win scenario. I can give you some examples if you like. We've recently explored the possibility of including British Sign Language, to demos that include a voiceover track to be able to extend accessibility. And we've also discussed ways that we can personalize demos by adding GIFs or memes to make them engaging and perhaps more human. We've talked about the ability to add chapters to the demos so that customers can easily jump to relevant sections in the learning journey. And one of our latest collaborations has been to add that feedback and insight questionnaire that you saw earlier to the end of each demo, so that we can really listen to what our customers are saying and use that insight for continuous improvement and development.
Yeah, and just to add to the partnership, so Aid and I meet at least once every week, if not more, and even the product team at Inventa knows Aid really well.
Okay, I am excited to see how you incorporate memes into your modules. That will be a lot of fun. Okay, I think that is all the time we have for this conversation. I want to thank Aid and Ashtad for joining. I want to thank all of you who were watching. If you have any questions about anything you heard today, feel free to reach out to an Inventa representative. We have our website listed on the slide there, or follow us on LinkedIn. We post daily, and we would be happy to discuss our Learn tool or our entire AI product suite and particular applications to your use case. Thank you again, Ashtad and Aid. If you'd like to rewatch or share this webinar, you will be sent a recording following this meeting, and we will also be sharing it through our own social channels and on our website. And I think that's it. This concludes the broadcast. So thank you all again, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Thank you very much.